welcome back. I am Bree if you are new here. So today we are in my seed starting room, which definitely isn't the most beautiful room in my house, but it gets the job done for seed starting. So I live in zone 6B, which I'm actually going to be starting seeds in a 2-week time period. I'm filming this video the first week of January and it's going live the first week of January. So you guys are on the same time frame as I am when this video goes live. I wanted to share a few of the things I use in case there's anything you're curious about and wanting to get your hands on. So I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. So I'm not going to really do that. I don't really have any type of particular order, so I'm just going to roll through my stuff and explain as I go. So first thing I have here is this beautiful garden sprayer. This is very handy, especially when you are seed starting indoors, because you don't want to get water everywhere. This will just mist your little seedlings really nicely. They're not going to overflood. I definitely would invest the $10 in this. These things are really cheap. Get your hands on one. It will definitely be worth it. And plus, I use these in the summertime when I spray neem oil on my plants and water just went spraying everywhere. But either way, get yourself a garden insect sprayer type thing. You can find these at like any type of hardware store. So next up we have seed starting trays, which these are not created equal at all. This is the very first year I decided to really invest in good trays. I have always had these really flimsy, dinky ones you can buy at the Home Depot very cheaply. They've got the job done. But last summer, I honestly I quadrupled my garden last year, and I had so many seedlings that it was a real pain when I took them outside to harden them off, especially since I am in my basement. This was definitely a needed investment. So this year, I upgraded to the Bootstrap Farmer ceiling trays, and I must say I am so impressed by these. These are supposed to hold, I think, 25 pounds, which is amazing. I have 2 trays here from them. One is a mesh bottom and one is just plain Jane, there's no holes in it. I did this and I stacked them into each other, mostly because the water that I water my seedlings with will leak through here, but it will escape into here. And I need that for my setup because I have lights on every tier of my new shelving unit here, and I obviously don't want water to leak onto the lights. This was needed for me to invest in both these trays. Honestly, if you don't have like a stackable area like this, you could probably just get away with one that's like this without holes. I'm very, very impressed by these, and I'll keep you guys updated on how long they last. So next up on my list is one I'm really excited about. This is my soil blocker. So I actually got this for my birthday this year. I wanted one of these so bad last spring, but they were sold out everywhere. I'm very, very excited to use this for the first time this year. I do not think this is a necessary component, but I think it's actually a pretty handy contraption. What it does is it blocks your potting soil to where you don't have to use any type of secondary container like this at all. And that's another reason why I got these little mesh trays here, because they'll just sit, all the blocks will just sit nicely in them. And I already counted, I can fit about 30 of these soil blocks in one tray, and I have 10 trays, and that's 300 seedlings alone just by using these little blocks. I saw a lot of homesteaders with these and they look like they just work really, really well, so I'm really excited to play with this. If you've never seen one, look it up. It's just a really cool thing. I'm really excited to try. Next up, we have a Seedling Heat Mat, which honestly you probably have heard of before. I just ordered 2 new ones that will fit my trays a little bit better. I don't find this necessary for every type of seed, but I do find it necessary for a lot of my summer crops that like to germinate in that warm weather. Also, with me seed starting in my basement, it's a little bit chillier in here. These are really nice. They are waterproof and they're fairly cheap. I've had this one for 4 years now, and other than the dirt on it, it looks pretty much new. Next, we have these little nursery pots. I really like these. I've had these ones for 4 years, and I've had these ones for 2 years, and honestly they keep up pretty well. Between seasons I do wash them to make sure there's nothing left over to expose any nude seedling to anything. Really find these worth it. They can last you a long time. So when my little seedlings grow out of these 2x2 soil blocks, I will repot them in one of these until it's ready to be planted outside. These are fairly cheap, and honestly I find them very nice. Okay, so the next one might seem a little obvious, but if you haven't got your hands on it yet, definitely do so. Potting mix. Apparently last year there was kind of a shortage in potting mix last spring. I did not have that problem because I tend to buy things early. I buy organic potting mix. I don't find anything else really all that needed other than regular plain Jane organic potting mix for my seedlings. I do everything organic in my garden, so I like to start off everything organic inside as well. So get yourself some soil. I know, obvious, Brie, but you never know. You never know. Last but not least, I'm going to bring you guys a little bit closer and show you guys my new seed light setup. I have upgraded completely this year, mostly because I can continue to grow into this. I actually don't have any lighting for the bottom shelf at all because I probably won't need it. I expanded my seed starting area a lot this year. This was my old seed starting area, and it honestly worked. It did not work that well. I don't know if you can tell or not, but the light is pretty far from the base, and it ended up causing quite a few of my seedlings to get very leggy because I couldn't adjust this light nicely. That was a lot of space, and we'll kind of get into that with seed starting, but let me show you guys the new lights. All right, so this is my new seed starting shelf. Kylie, my best friend, if you're watching this, this is the shelf you ended up buying me for my birthday with a gift card from Lowe's you got me. So thank you very much. I absolutely love it. If you're wondering, I'm going to link everything I talked about today in the description box below. All right, so let me show you these lights. So these lights here are just little strip LEDs that you can connect to each other. They're all connected to each other, which is really cool, and all they are zip tied to the top. I was actually going to buy some more expensive lighting that was going to cost me like $300 to $500 to fill this entire space. These costed me like $120, and I must say I'm pretty impressed by them. I think they're going to work really well. Well guys, that's going to sum it up for today. That's everything I'm going to be using for my seed starting other than seeds. So as always, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you'd like to support my channel, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!